I belong to you.
Hey guys, Kelsey here. Welcome back to my channel. So this video I'm going to do a recap and review of Organized Crime Season 2, Episode 4, titled For a Few Leke More, I want to say. I do apologize if it's not pronounced that way. In my previous video, I did a recap and review of SVU Season 23, Episode 4. So if you want to watch that video first, go ahead and watch that. And then, like I said, in this video, I will be doing a recap and review of Organized Crime Season 2, Episode 4. So we start off this episode with Elliot as Eddie. He's in a poker game with Reggie and this kid named Leke, who Leke starts asking him these questions about this prospect that they're trying to take down, this insurance salesman, I believe. And then Leke starts grilling Eddie or Elliot, trying to find out basically who he is, I think. And then at the end of the poker game, Eddie wins. And then we see them at the Albanian diner they go to. And then Leke basically abuses this waitress who's just trying to do her job. She's this Albanian girl. And Luke's just very disrespectful to her. And Eddie just has enough. And I think that's when Elliot Stabler comes in, because he was with Special Victims Unit for 12 years. So I think that really irritated him and pissed him off. So he basically threatens Leke, saying, hey, don't question my loyalty and don't abuse that girl ever again. So then they leave the diner, him and Reggie leave, and then Reggie tells him, just so you know, that was John Costa's daughter's fiance that you just beat the crap out of. So then Eddie has this look on his face like, oh, I am so screwed. So then we see Elliot in his new apartment with Eli, and Elliot basically thinks that John Costa is going to kill him and he doesn't have much time left. So he says a very sweet thing to Eli, I'm proud of you, you're a good son, I love you. And Eli thinks he's acting weird, but Elliot doesn't know if he's going to come out of this exchange with John Costa alive. So then we see him on the patio in his backyard, and he calls Olivia. And before that, we see him in his bedroom. He opens a jewelry box. It has his wedding ring and his old badge in there. And they show a picture of him and Kathy while they were in Rome. And then they cut to him calling Liv. He doesn't actually talk to her, but he does leave her a voicemail. And he says, oh, thank you for being there for me. Thank you for everything that you've done for the kids. Thank you for being my rock, because she is his rock. She always has been his rock. And then he pauses and he said, when I said I love you, what did that mean? Now that moment I was not expecting at all. To me, it was just very shocking, because he didn't say loved in past tense. He said love when I said I love you. And then of course the voicemail cuts off, and we don't know, I still don't know if he actually sent it or not. I don't think he did, sadly, but I'm hoping that he did. But yeah, that was the big Elliot and Olivia moment in this episode. Even though she wasn't there, she was mentioned. I think Eileen does that for all of us shippers, to try and mention Olivia in every single episode, even though she won't be in the episode present. I think, Eileen tries to make us shippers, heard, or she's trying to do that. I think she might be trying to redeem herself because of that letter, but who knows what she's going to have in store for Elliot and Olivia this season for the rest of this 8-episode arc that they're doing. So then of course, Stabler has to let Belle in on the exchange with Costa, as well as Jet, and as well as her old boss from Narco. So he goes in, and her old boss isn't sure if she should trust Stabler. Of course, Belle has his back no matter what. So then the exchange goes down, and he comes out of it alive. And then we see him and Reggie interact with each other, and then we kind of go to Flatura, who is Albie Briscoe's wife, kind of flirting with him. There's some moments, Eddie's boxing at the gym, or Elliot as Eddie is boxing at the gym, and kind of checking her out, looking at her. They have a moment at the boxing gym, and then later on he's at her house when Albie is out. If you remember in the previous episode, Albie is actually gay. He's in the closet. Elliot finds him in a gay bar. So basically he's keeping that secret. I don't know if his wife does know that he's in that he's gay. Maybe she has a feeling that he's gay. Who the heck knows? But they do share a kiss, Elliot and Flatura, and but he drugs her drink before things can go further, and she passes out. And while she's passed out, he discovers passports in the closet of these girls, passports and IDs, all that stuff. And one of the passports belongs to Rita, who is one of the waitresses at the Albanian diner they go to. So then we know what kind of trouble she's getting into with that. So now there may be some sex trafficking involved, and of course Stabler lets Belle know about it, and she asks him, "Oh, do you want SVU involved?" And he really doesn't give an answer. But if you watched yesterday's episode, actually, there is a little bit of a crossover, but I will do a recap and review of those soon. I promise, guys. So then at the end of the episode, we see Flatura going to Eddie's RV, and they do share a moment. He pushes her up against the trailer, and they make out vigorously, and it is implied that they did sleep together. I don't think Elliot's head is screwed on straight at all. In the first season, we see him go through PTSD after Kathy died. He kissed Angela Wheatley, and then she, of course, was involved in Kathy's murder. And of course, he's dealing with these feelings that he has for Liv at the same time. And then he's slowly transitioning from Elliot into Eddie, and it's not looking good for him at all. He's not in therapy. It's not looking good for his mental health. But I'm actually not mad that he had sex with her, because he was undercover. He basically didn't have a choice. He could only, string her along for so long, basically give her what she wanted. So those are my thoughts on Organized Crime Season 2, Episode 4. What did you guys think of the episode? Comment below, let me know. Like and subscribe to my channel, guys, and I will see you guys for the recap and review of the SVU Organized Crime crossover. Bye, guys.